Hi, I'm Pam and I love to cook. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making banana nut bread. I'm using my banana nut muffin recipe and making banana nut bread out of it. So today we're going to use Ezekiel mix. I keep my Ezekiel mix in this jar and I'm running low, so I either need to make up more or order more from bread bakers. But the Ezekiel mix consists of hard red wheat, spelt or rye, barley, millet, lentils, great northern beans, red kidney beans, and pinto beans. In this mix you get all the benefits from the whole grains, plus you get the extra boost of protein from the beans. So I need 2 cups of this freshly milled flour, so I'm going to use about 1 1/3 cups of the mix. Bread Baker sells this already mixed up. I already have the ingredients in my pantry, so usually I just make up my own. But for convenience, you can order it from them, put it through your Nutri-Mill, and you have your flour. This is great for pancakes or waffles, muffins. I even make bread out of it. This should give us 2 cups of flour. So we're going to run it through the Wonder Mill. Turn it on first. Okay, we have freshly milled Ezekiel mix. And we'll measure just to make sure that we have 2 cups. Okay, and if you have any of the flour left over, you want to either put it in the freezer or the refrigerator. Okay, now we're going to start putting our muffin mix together. First of all, I took some oat milk. I usually use almond milk, but today I used oat milk. And I added about a tablespoon of vinegar to it, so that's going to make us some nice, thick, sort of like buttermilk. So we're going to use that. We have our egg replacer, which is the Ener-G Egg Replacer. I'm using 1 1/2 teaspoons and 2 tablespoons of warm water. Mix that together. Set it aside for just a moment. So now we're ready to start adding our dry ingredients to the bowl. We need a teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a teaspoon of baking soda, now we need a 1/2 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. I really like to grind my own nutmeg or grate it. So you buy the nutmeg at the store. You get a nice grater and you just grate it over your bowl. Alright, and we need a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Okay, these are our dry ingredients. Let's whisk them together. Okay, this is our cup of oat milk mixed with a tablespoon of vinegar. We need a half cup of olive oil. This is good Greek olive oil. So if you put your olive oil in your cup first and then you put your honey in, the honey doesn't stick. So now we need a half cup of honey. Okay, that's a half a cup of olive oil and a half a cup of honey. Add it to the bowl. Whisk it in. See how it comes right out? Get that incorporated. Okay, I need a teaspoon of vanilla. Today I'm using vanilla made out of bourbon. I could drink it. Okay, so we're going to put a teaspoon, or maybe a little more. So if you want to make your own vanilla, get you some bourbon. Put it in a jar with some vanilla beans, let it sit for about 6 months, and then as you use it, fill it back up with bourbon. You can also do that with brandy. Okay, so now we're going to add our egg replacer that we already have mixed up. Remember, the egg replacer is just a binder. The olive oil is your fat. Now I'm adding a half a cup of dried coconut, which you don't have to, but we like the flavor of coconut, and it's really good in these banana muffins or banana bread, whichever one you're making. I'm going to switch to the spoon and stir this in. Okay, I have 2 bananas that I mashed in a plate. These were very ripe bananas. I'm going to add them to the bowl. Okay, I roasted my pecans, let them cool, and then I chopped them on a cutting board. So we'll add our pecans. You could use walnuts. You could use almonds. We live in the South, so we love our pecans. Okay, so we just stir this together. So normally I make these into muffins, and that's what the recipe calls for, but today I'm going to alternate to a banana bread. So instead of heating my oven to 400, I have preheated it to 350. And the banana bread's probably going to cook 45 to 50 minutes. Okay, I'm going to put my banana bread in this USA loaf pan, and this requires no oil. Love these pans. Okay, so now I'm going to put this in a 350 oven for about 45 to 50 minutes. Don't forget to use your timer. I'm going to set it for 45, check it, and then if it needs to cook more, cook it for about 10 more minutes. The banana bread cooked for almost an hour because of the denseness of the Ezekiel mix. So I wanted the bread to be totally done, so the banana bread will sit in this pan for about 10 minutes before I turn it out and let it cool completely.